Oh, the Boll, Weevil, and my little black bug come from Mexico, they say. Come all the way to Texas, just a-looking for a place to stay, just a-looking for a home, just a-looking for a home. First time I see the Boll Weevil, he was sitting on the square. The next time I see the Boll Weevil, got all his family there, just a-looking for a home, just a-looking for a home. Farmers say to the Weevil, what makes your head so red? The Weevil say to the farmer, it's a wonder I ain't dead, just a-looking for a home, just a-looking for a home. The captain say to the missus, what do you think of that? The Boll Weevil done made a nest in my best Sunday hat. Wanna have a home, wanna have a home. The Boll Weevil got half the cotton, the merchant got the rest. Didn't leave the farmer's wife but one old cotton dress. It's full of holes, it's full of holes. If anyone should ask you who was it made this song, just say that Homer and Jethro have done been here and gone, just a-looking for a home, just a-looking for a home.
Jody, we're ready to sing the song now anytime.
Yeah, go right ahead. You ain't bothering me a bit.
Now, I was only 23 when I first met my love. Freckle-faced and pigtail, she was my turtle dove. One night up on the old settee, I popped the question low. And when we both got puckered up, she softly whispered, no! Unpucker, mama's at the door. Unpucker, or we can't court no more.
Now, you know what'd happen if she saw us puckered up like this.
Unpucker, before she gives that knob a twist. Jody's done went and done it again. I borrowed Papa's Model A to take her for a ride to the drive-in movies where I thought that we could hide. I found the place to park the car, turned on the radio, and when we both got puckered up, she softly whispered, no! Unpucker, mama's at the door. Unpucker, or we can't court no more.
She's out there trying to help us cause she thinks we're out of gas.
Yeah? Unpucker, she's peeking through the glass. Just one more, Jody, and then we'll be through, buddy.
Yeah, go right ahead, buddy, go right ahead.
One night I went to see her, it came a thunderstorm. We didn't get to pucker up till it was nearly morn. When to my luck the lightning struck and all the lights went out. I puckered up and I grabbed her quick and then I heard her shout. Unpucker, the lights have come back on. Unpucker, there must be something wrong.
I've been to fetch your raincoat. Hey, that's Ma you're kissing now.
Ah, shut your mouth.
Unpucker, before you make that marriage vow.
Let me out of this here dash blasted jail. Let me out of here, I say. Let me out of this jail.
How come you in jail in the first place, cousin?
I tell you, it was just like this here, buddy. One day I saw a pretty girl just standing on the street, and since I am so handsome, I thought we ought to meet. I walked right up to her and said, with a silly grin, now how about splitting a banana split? That's why I'm in the shape I'm in.
He didn't know she was a policeman.
I do now, buddy.
He didn't know she was a cop.
Oh, that woman's rough.
He didn't know she was a policeman.
Till she hit me and I went flippity-flop, flippity-flop. Yeah.
All right, on with the song. We sent out for a doctor, but they brought back a nurse. And when she looked into his eyes, he felt his liver burst. She opened up his mouth and put her hand right down his throat. And when she pulled it out again,
she had a blue policeman's coat.
He didn't know she was a policeman.
Oh, I do now.
He didn't know she was a cop.
Y'all see these knots on my head?
He didn't know she was a policeman.
Yeah. Till she hit me and I went flippity-flop, flippity-flop. Yeah.
That's enough gab now, on with the song.
Excuse me there, yeah.
And now he's in the jailhouse as happy as can be. And he's got a pretty little blue-eyed cop sitting on his knee. We know you won't believe it, but it's the gospel truth. He's married to a policeman now,
who thinks that I am awfully cute. Yeah.
He didn't know she was a policeman.
Oh, I do now.
He didn't know she was a cop.
Oh, that's the meanest woman.
He didn't know she was a policeman.
Till she hit me and I went a flippity-flop, a flippity-flop. Yeah.
Put some knots on your old gourd, didn't she, John?
Sure did.
And now that it's all over, he's got just this to say. Don't try to split a banana split or you will look this way. And if you see a pretty girl, just look, think and stop. Cause underneath that old sack dress,
she might just be a lady cop.
Cause underneath that old sack dress, she might just be a lady cop. Sure that I will get
a 20-acre farm and a television set.
A television set, a television set.
A 20-acre farm and a television set.
I had a friend who tried to get hitched, but he only got his poor heart ditched. She broke his heart when her wedding dress.
She traded even swap for a television set.
A television set, a television set.
She traded even swap for a television set.
A few days ago she began to fret.
The doctor said she needed a television set.
A television set, a television set.
The doctor said she needed a television set.
Here's to the poor old bald-headed men wearing the mark of the rolling pin. They'll have more if they don't agree
to get a television for the family.
For the family, for the family.
You get a television for the family.
Here's to the boy who dated Irene. He bragged too much in the moonlight beam. She wouldn't say good night for I'll bet.
She learned that he had a television set.
A television set, a television set.
She learned that he had a television set.
She learned that he had a television set.
Whoa. Oscar, where are you going on that old mule jar head?
I'm a-looking for my Julie. Crawl up behind me.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, giddy up, muley, we gotta find Julie to prove that my love in her ain't all in vain. For she told my grandma that last week her grandpa says it might be all right if she felt the same. Now Oscar works for me just outside of town, best doggone sharecropper that I've ever found. But he lost his Julie and he loves her truly, so I'll help him find her, then he'll settle down. Now I've got the bacon, the corn, and the taters. I've got them wrapped tightly, so now we'll be off. The trail is a long one, and I'd be a gone one, so if I don't find her, I'll surely be lost. So giddy up, muley, we gotta find Julie to prove that my love in her ain't all in vain. For she told my grandma that last week her grandpa says it might be all right if she felt the same. Whoa, shut up, jarhead. Now, Lonzo, you get off here and go tell Aunt Betty to have dinner ready when you see my Julie and me riding in. Then after the blessing, we'll start with the dressing, invite all the neighbors and all of our kin. So giddy up, muley, we gotta find Julie to prove that my love in her ain't all in vain. For she told my grandma that last week her grandpa says it might be all right if she felt the same. Says it might be all right if she felt the same. Says it might be all right if she felt the same.
Down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree. You lay down $1 or two. If you'll hush up your mug, they'll fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, they call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. If you'll hush up your mug, they'll fill up your jug with that good old short, he measured about 4'2". Well, he thinks he's a giant when they give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few.
can handle this job all by myself. Take away that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuses our view. If you hush up your mug, roll and fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, Mountain Dew.
And now, here's that man about town, Uncle Willie Potts. Well, hello, Uncle Willie. We haven't seen you in some time. And we haven't had a report on the folks up in B-Log lately. Anything doing up there?
Well, yes, Doug, you know, there's always something going on in B-Log, always.
Well, don't hold back. We're all interested in what's going on.
Well, yes, we sure are. Well, y'all are a nosy bunch. You want to know everything, so I'll tell you. You must know. My cousin Cecil Potts got arrested the other day for making his mother-in-law sleep on the fire escape.
Making his mother-in-law sleep on the fire escape? Well, what's so bad about that?
He ain't got no fire escape.
Well, that does make it bad.
Yeah, it do. The radio station up home, you know, is located in Bascom Willis's garage. And they have a new program for cows.
Well, I don't understand that, Willie. I've heard of farmers installing radios in the barn, but I've never heard of any station building a show just for cows.
Well, you have now, buddy. You've heard of this program called Queen for a Day?
Oh, yes.
Well, this one's called Cream for a Day.
Uncle Willie, how can you be so stupid?
Clean living, I reckon.
You know, there are times when you shake my sanity.
No, you shake mine, hits looser.
Well, tell me, Uncle Willie, is anyone back from the service up in B-Log? That's always good to talk about.
Well, yeah, Junior Billings is back. He's in the paratroopers, you know, Doug.
In the paratroopers?
Uh-huh.
Well, how many times has he jumped?
Well, I asked him that, and he said never did make a single jump. But he has pushed 22 times.
Well, anything else to report?
Well, ain't Effie Jackson. She's a postmistress, you know, up there. She give me a good riddle. You want to hear it?
Oh, I like riddles. I'd like to hear it very much.
All right, here goes. Guess who I am? I'll give you a hint. I'm not Friday, and I ain't Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and I ain't Sunday or Wednesday.
Uh-huh. Are you Thursday?
I sure am. I'll take a Coke.
All right, Uncle Willie, you tricked me into that. Now, do you think that's fair?
Well, it may not be fair, but it sure saves the price of a cold drink.
What'd you do when you were home?
Well, I aim to tell you, Doug, Uncle Willie once went to a big party, and you'd have been proud of me.
I would have been?
Oh, you would have been proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
I was the most popular fella there.
Now, how do you know that?
Well, 'cause when I walked in, only one person said hello, and when I left, everybody said goodbye.
Well, it's getting time for us to leave, Uncle Willie. Do you have another thought for today?
Yeah, here's a good one, just fresh off the typewriter, Doug. Mm-hmm. Women will never be equal of men until they can sport a bald spot on top of their heads and still think they're handsome.
And now, here he is, that man of the hour, Uncle Willie Potts.
Hello there, Doug. Howdy.
Hello,
Howdy.
Uncle Willie. I guess you're feeling well today.
This is Uncle Willie Potts speaking. How spaceship will travel.
Uncle, I'll tell you what, Uncle Willie. Let's talk about marriage today.
Talk about marriage? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Doug. First of all, I want to say that I was married almost 4 years before I told anybody about it.
My gracious, Uncle Willie, why'd you do that?
Well, I like to keep my troubles to myself, you know.
Willie, I hear that one of your friends in B-Log has been married so many times, he married one of his former wives again, didn't even know it.
No, he never would have found it out either, except he recognized his mother-in-law.
Well, one thing about it, your marriage with Sarah is a give-and-take marriage, isn't it?
That's right, I give and she takes.
And you don't worry about money.
No, I don't worry about money. I make $60 a week, and she makes 50, and her mother keeps putting in her 2 cents.
Well, you know, some married couples fight quite a bit, don't they, Uncle Willie?
They do. Now, you take my brother Salvador. I won't say him and his woman fights a lot, but they celebrated their wedding anniversary by observing 2 minutes of silence.
Well, one thing about marriage, though, I bet you don't have any holes in your socks.
That's correct, Doug. I don't even own any socks, as far as that goes. One of the first things my wife taught me was how to darn.
Well, tell me, does Sarah go through your pockets at night?
No, sir, absolutely not. That's something she won't do, Doug.
Well, I think that's wonderful.
Her brother borrows so much money from me, she goes through his pocket.
One thing I bet you found out about married life, your wife will have the last word.
Well, I don't mind her having the last word, Doug, but she never gets tired.
Well, what does your wife talk about?
Well, she keeps reminding me all the things I said I'd do if we got married. Let's face it, who pays attention to campaign promises?
And do you tell your wife, Sarah, everything?
Nah, I don't have to. The neighbors do it for me.
And does Sarah think a lot of you?
Does she think a lot of me? Well, I'll answer you this way, Doug. One time my wife had a little old dog, and she was crazy about that little old dog. Well, one day he was killed, and they wanted to break the news to her gently, you know. So they told her it was me.
I think I understand.
But she can be mighty sweet when she wants to, Doug, and the more she wants, the sweeter she gets.
Tell me, Uncle Willie, who proposed?
My wife. She said, "Marry me, Willie, and I'll wash an arm for you."
So?
Oh, buddy, what an awful price to pay for laundry.
Now here we are, direct from the bar, Uncle Willie Potts.
Where'd you get all that bar business?
Well, I must say, Uncle Willie, you look a lot better today.
Well, thank you, Doug. It's amazing what a little sleep will do for a feller, ain't it?
Yes, you must have taken my advice and started going to bed early.
Yeah, I did, Doug, and I strongly recommend it to my fellow men. As my brother Rusty always said, early to bed and early to rise, you'll never have red in the whites of your eyes.
Yeah, I remember old Rusty Potts. You know, I haven't heard you mention Rusty in a long time, Uncle Willie.
Rusty Potts?
Yes, What's he doing now? Time?
No, he ain't been in the workhouse for quite a spell now. He's in the dog business, Doug.
In the dog? You mean he's a dog catcher?
No, he grows dogs. That is, he raises dogs. He's raising watchdogs, a special breed of watchdog, too.
Well, are they good watchdogs?
Well, yes, I'd say they are. He gave me one last year for Christmas. He's a good watchdog, all right. Why, if we hear a noise at night, all we got to do is wake the dog up, and he starts barking like he's going to tear somebody up.
Well, Uncle Willie, that doesn't sound to me like a very good watchdog. Say, you know, I heard someone say that you were going to take a vacation this summer. Why don't you let us in on it?
Well, Doug, I am going to leave pretty soon for Iuki, Mississippi. I'm going to stay down there for a spell with my daughter, Hessie, and her husband, Thad.
Well, are you taking Aunt Sarah along, too?
I sure am. Why, she's so big and fat and ugly, I can't stand to kiss her goodbye. Don't take her.
Well, I love to see fat people enjoy themselves because there's so much of them to have a good time.
Yeah, sir, can have more fun than anybody because there's a whole lot of her. In fact, she is so rotten fat that I'm going to have to go to Mississippi first and then send for her in a few days because I can't afford for both of us to go at once. So they charge double for her because she's so fat she fills up one of them big double seats on the bus, you know.
Well,
she's so fat she looks like a stack of used tars. The other day she come in and told me to shut up, and I said, "Now you listen here. Wait just a minute. You mess with me and I'll go in yonder and get the scissors and I'll come over there and cut the strap on your girdle and that thing will flog you to death." And I did.
Well, tell me, Uncle Willie, how long do you and Aunt Sarah plan to stay in Mississippi?
Well, we sort of plan to stay maybe till September, or it may be Halloween before we get back. It all depends on how long Hessie and Thad can put up with us, you know.
Well, what about your crops and all your stock? Who's going to take care of them?
Well, I reckon old Eli Bracken will look at him for me. I told him if he stayed too long, he could get me he'd get him a mess of beans out of my garden there, you know, next summer. Aunt Lula Seagraves is going to can some first, too. Les Higgins is going to keep my cow and milk her for me. Saul Ledbetter's going to feed my pigs for me. I told him I'd give him a mess of meat when he killed if he would. Gurney Perkins is going to take up collection at the church in my place.
Well,
He's one with one arm. They trust him more than they do me, I believe.
Uncle Willie, we're sure going to miss you around here. But, well, we know that you want to take a little rest, and we wish for you and Aunt Sarah a good time, and hope you get lots of rest and sleep so that you can be at your best now when you get back.
Well, I'll get a lot of rest from my chores and farming such as that. But then Sarah to put up with, I sort of dread it, to tell you that.
Well, I know you and Aunt Sarah will enjoy it, but don't spend all your old age pension.
Oh, I won't, Doug. I figure I'll buy me a new pair of suspenders, and that's about all. I will, of course, have to buy some stamps so that I can write to y'all, you know. I'm going to write to you as soon as I get there.
We'll be looking forward to that. You have a good time, Uncle Willie, and I see
Thank
it's
you.
time for your thought for the day. How about it?
All right, here it goes. When you go to drown yourself, pull off your clothes, because they may fit your wife's second husband.
And now, here he is, B-Log, North Carolina's answer to Charlie Weaver, Uncle Willie Potts. Well, Uncle Willie, I see you got your suitcase with you. Where in the world have you been with that
Well,
thing?
Doug, I've been to Washington, D.C., the capital of the good old U.S. of A.
Is that? Well, tell me, what'd you think of the White House?
Well, to tell you the truth, Doug, there's so much going on down at the depot, I never did get up to the village.
Well, did Aunt Sarah get to go with you?
Oh, no, she didn't. Well, I'll just tell you a story about that. I did get up there once, and I met the president.
You did?
I sure did. And he picked me up by my ears. Yeah, and I was standing there next to him, you know, and I looked over in his ear, and you know what I see?
No, what, Uncle Willie?
Johnson's wax.
Oh.
Well, you asked me if Sarah went with me. No, she didn't go, Doug, because she had to serve on the jury this week up at the courthouse. They come by to see if she could serve, and she said, no, I absolutely ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna serve on no jury. He said, well, why? And she said, well, I don't believe in capital punishment. She said, well, this ain't a very serious case, ain't Sarah. A woman is suing her husband for $100. She gave him $100 to take and pay down on a new washing machine, and he spent every penny of it instead, just messing around. Yeah. And Sarah said, I've changed my mind. I will serve on the jury. Maybe I'm wrong about capital punishment after all.
Oh, Uncle Willie. Did they have any other cases other than that one?
Yeah, they did. They tried a woman for stealing something from a department store, and they give her 5 years in the pen. When the judge pronounced the sentence, Sarah spoke up and said, Your Honor, can I ask the woman a question? He said, why, yes, sure, go ahead. And Sarah said, I wonder if you would be interested in selling me that hat before you go to the pen. All this went on while I was on my trip, Doug. They told me that Sarah sure was a case in court.
Well, I bet
Bound
she
to be.
was.
She's casing nearly anywhere.
I'd like to hear a little bit more about Washington, D.C., Uncle Willie. Did you enjoy your trip?
Oh, yes, Doug. I wanted to see one of the senators, but I didn't have a chance.
Well,
Really?
that's, I don't understand that. Washington is full of politicians. It looks like you could have got in to see at least some of them.
Well, I didn't get in to see him, but I did see some of them walking around, you know, that I see pictures of in the paper. You know, that reminds me, Doug, of old man Strikey Frakes. He run for road commissioner in Buncombe County, you know. Here a while back, he called himself the walking candidate, because that's the only way he had to get around and walk. His slogan was, elect me and I'll fix the roads up to where they're fit to walk on. So when they voted, he got beat. Somebody sent him a telegram and said, "Don't worry, Strikey. Lincoln was defeated too." Strikey looked at the telegram, then he looked at me and said, "Why, I didn't even know Lincoln was running."
Oh, Uncle Willie. Say, do you remember your cousin, Jack Potts?
Do I remember him?
He was trying so hard to get a government job, and, well, what's he doing now?
Well, nothing. He got the job.
Well, Uncle Willie, I'd sure love to hear you make a political speech sometime, but I'm afraid we don't have time for
make
it
you
right
one.
now. Do you have a thought that you could leave with these people?
All has got a thought, Doug. All has got a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. Opportunity knocks once. The neighbors the rest of the time.